JBNN will keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones, and in the news, lands identified for a cemetery in Sandy Bay, with space running out at the Hopewell Cemetery in Hanover, and fears mounting that the residents could soon find themselves without a place to bury their dead. The parish's municipal corporation has indicated that lands have been identified in Sandy Bay, which are to be developed into a cemetery. It was revealed during last Thursday's monthly meeting of the Hanover Municipal Corporation that 2 parcels of land have been identified in the Zion area of Sandy Bay, which were previously reserved for a cemetery but were not being used. The land is to be developed and should be ready for use within 2 months. Speaking in an interview following the meeting, Lucy Mayor Sheridan Samuels, who is also chairman of the HMC, said he recently visited the site with other councillors and technocrats from the municipal corporation. We visited the location on Monday. 4 councillors and the technocrats from the HMC. We located the lands, and we spoke to an officer from the National Land Agency who told us that there were 2 parcels of land there reserved for a cemetery, said Samuels, who noted that one of the parcels is about 4 acres, but he was unsure of the size of the other. With water already available at the location, Samuels believes that once a proper access road is created, the location will be ready to start accommodating burials. The administrative arm of the HMC, through the Chief Executive Officer, will direct us as to how quickly we can have access to the lands for burial purposes, and as long as there is no technical hitch, that should be soon, said Samuels. Additionally, the HMC has not given up on its plans to expand the Hopewell Cemetery, as plans are underway to acquire an adjoining property to create new burial spaces. Because the old Sandy Bay Cemetery ran out of space some years ago, residents from the community have been using the Hopewell Cemetery to bury their dead. Additionally, because Hopewell is in proximity to Montego Bay, St. James, residents of Montego Bay have also been utilizing the cemetery. Man murdered in Copperwood, St. James. The body of a man with gunshot wounds was found inside a house in Copperwood, St. James. He is yet to be identified by the police. The shooting is believed to have occurred sometime between Saturday night and early Sunday morning. The discovery was made yesterday afternoon. The body was found lying in blood and had multiple gunshot wounds. Man killed in St. Andrew. A man was this morning gunned down along Pretoria Road in St. Andrew. It is reported that about 7:30, explosions were heard in the area and the police were summoned. On arrival, the man was found lying in blood. He was assisted to hospital where he was pronounced dead. The St. Andrew South Police are probing the murder. Burnt, decomposing body of elderly farmer found in Portland. Detectives attached to the Criminal Investigations Branch in Port Antonio, Portland, are probing the circumstances surrounding the death of an elderly man whose burnt, decomposing body was found in bushes in Spring Garden District in Buff Bay. The deceased has been identified as 62-year-old Joseph Powell, a farmer of Spring Garden District. The police report that Powell's charred remains were discovered around 11:30 Saturday morning by a resident who was passing by a hut. An alarm was raised and the police were called to the scene. On arrival, the body was seen lying face down in a state of decomposition. The scene was processed and the body was removed to the morgue for post-mortem. Investigators said that Powell was last seen last week Thursday when he went to a nearby shop to purchase items. Couple returning home from Mother's Day event attacked in St. James. A couple returning home from a Mother's Day event came under a gun attack in Providence Heights, St. James on Sunday night. The man was fatally shot while the mother of his child was shot and injured. She was taken to hospital. The deceased has been identified as 33-year-old Dwayne Crew of Providence Heights. It is reported that they were attacked by gunmen while in the process of opening the door to their home. The attackers fled. Clarendon woman succumbs days after stabbing. Farmer being held for murder. A man who was detained on Friday for wounding is now being probed for murder after the woman with whom he had a dispute died in hospital on Sunday. The incident happened in Lioneltown in Clarendon, where both parties resided. Police have identified the dead woman as 59-year-old Yvonne Reed from McQueenie Street in Lioneltown. The suspect is a 61-year-old farmer. It was reported that around 2 p.m. last Friday, an argument developed between Reed and the man over the painting of a wall along Young Street in Lioneltown. Police said the dispute got physical. during which a knife was used to stab Reed several times in her upper body. Residents came to the aid of the injured woman, who was rushed to the Lioneltown Hospital and then transferred to the Mappen Hospital, where she was admitted in serious but stable condition. Police said around 8 a.m. Sunday, Reed succumbed to her injuries. The body was transferred to the morgue. The suspect, who was detained shortly after the incident on Friday, is still in police custody, pending further investigations. Another British woman held at Sangster Airport with cocaine. Another British woman has been taken into custody for allegedly attempting to smuggle cocaine at the Sangster International Airport in St. James. The police say she was arrested on Friday for a reasonable suspicion of breaches of the Dangerous Drugs Act following the seizure of over 5 kilograms of cocaine. They say the drug, which has a street value of over $28 million, was found concealed in her suitcase. It is reported that the woman was about to board a flight to London on Friday afternoon when her luggage was searched. According to the police, during the search, 5 packages of cocaine were discovered in her luggage. She was subsequently arrested. In-driver employee Leroy Page missing. The police on Monday have reported 26-year-old Leroy Page as a missing person. In a release, the Corporate Communications Unit CCU of the Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF said reports from the Spanish Town Police saw that Page of Dempsey Pen in Spanish Town, St. Catherine, was last seen in his community wearing a red t-shirt, navy blue shorts with white stripes, and a pair of black slippers. It was last heard from on Sunday, May 14, about 12:48 a.m., has not been heard from since, and efforts to contact him have been futile, the release read. Pages of brown complexion, slim build, and about 187 centimeters, or 6 feet 2 inches tall. A tweet from the official Twitter account for In-Driver on Monday afternoon said, "We note with deep concern that one of our drivers, Leroy Page, has been missing since Saturday, 13 May. He was last seen in the Kingston St. Andrew area. If anyone has any information that could help to find him, please come forward in DM. We will do everything possible to assist the authorities in finding him." It is reported that Page was carrying out in-driver services at the time he was last seen. Anyone knowing the whereabouts of Leroy Page is being asked to contact the Spanish Town Police at 876-984-2305, Police 119 emergency number, or the nearest police station. Gun and ammo found in bathroom in St. Anne. A pistol fitted with a magazine containing several rounds of ammunition were seized in Abiquior, St. Anne on Sunday. Reports are that at about 12:45 p.m., lawmen were summoned to a premises in the area. A search was conducted, and a 9mm 6-hour pistol and a 10 9mm rounds of ammunition were found in the bathroom of the building. No one was arrested in relation to the seizure. Investigation continues. Meanwhile, a team of officers assigned to the St. Andrew Central Police seized a quantity of ammunition during an operation on Little Avenue in the parish on Sunday. Reports from the Halfway Tree Police are that about 5:10 p.m., lawmen conducted a search of the area and the 25 assault rounds were found in a plastic bag at the rear of a premises. No one was arrested in relation to the seizure. Investigations are ongoing. Mount Salem murders linked to remnants of gangs, says Chang. Minister of National Security, Dr. Horace Chang, has revealed that recent shootings in the Mount Salem community, which have left 3 dead and 2 injured, can be linked to individuals who were once involved in gang activity. According to the minister, while the big gangs have been contained, individuals are the ones who have recently been wreaking havoc. Chang was speaking with the media Saturday after touring Crawford Street and the main road in Mount Salem with members of the security forces. In the Mount Salem area, we don't even have an identifiable big gang. It's more community-based and family-related. Everybody knows everybody. But the increased activity in scamming has generated a lot of financing, and of course there are still guns available, and people are willing to use them, the minister explained. There are still some young men who are part of that gang, who are still the face of it, and there's this continued quest for violence, he added. The flare-up in crime has occurred despite the community being declared a zone of special operations, Zozo, a tool employed since 2017. The Zozo was to have been a two-pronged approach to fixing the problem with the community of criminals while providing social support for residents. Chang believes the initiative is still on track. We have had less than 10 murders over the 7-year period, and this is the first one in about 8 months. What it reflects is the original concept is still there. That will bring peace, he asserted. This view was also shared by Assistant Commissioner of Police or Area 1, Clifford Chambers, who was on the tour. From a policing standpoint, it is clear that the Zone of Special Operations is working. When you look at the statistical figures of murders, shootings and major crimes, it is clear that it is working, Chambers insisted. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.